Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 168. It's a technicals analysis edition stream. Sorry guys for being here late. I did have a lot of work at the office, and I got home very late. I'm super tired. It's been a very hectic week, to be honest. And but I'm glad to be here. Actually, I'm super excited to be here with you guys tonight, and. Thank you for following us here on a great, what is it today? Wednesday, right? The week has seemed long enough. I already thought it was Thursday. Anyways, thank you for being here with us on a Wednesday night. I'll be having a great time. Middle of the week. Finally, it's almost the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it as it's been very hectic. Anyways, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us when the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Link is in the description. So is the link to all the amazing articles that we cover here on the stream. Although there's no articles tonight, there usually are in the description. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I do appreciate each and every one of you showing up here for this stream. Now, let's move on to what matters, right? We're going to just do technicals today. So let me throw on that screen where we do all these analysis and get it going, right? Because really, no time to do news tonight. What is happening on the market cap? We lost market cap yesterday, right? 0.97%. We lost market cap today, 0.49%. We talked about it being a possibility. Why? We had divergence. We have strong bearish divergence developing on the daily. We talked about that potential move to downside. We even talked about maybe going down and touching the 20 MA. Although, and just to make this point, we did have an impulse up. We are flagging. This is a new positive momentum island. We could still grab enough strength to try and rally again. Yet to be determined whether or not we're going to make a positive momentum or not. Right now, with this negative momentum, we're still making more positive momentum. As you can tell here, we were sitting at 674, and over here on this new red, we're making more positive momentum, 728. So again, there's a chance that we might still build on this, and we just could be flagging right now. There's also a chance that we get exhausted from this, and we really start to break down on this, on the actual market cap, right? Money flows more out of the cryptosphere. Anyways, what is happening right now? Well, the market yesterday opened at 251.97 billion, closing at 249.79 billion, a $2.44 billion move to downside. Not too much if we consider the nice gains that we had in the last 3 days, with the 3 white soldiers candles that we talked about, them being a bullish pattern and us climbing from there. Anyways, that represents a 0.97% move to the downside. Right now, still moving down 0.40%. From an opening of 249.39, sitting at 248.79, a $991 million move to the downside. So again, a lot of dough moving in the market, but not enough to really make us crash. And we seems that the bulls are really pushing back these prices, or so the bulls are bringing more money into the cryptosphere. Because the movements have not been as violent, right? Sitting bought on their side, 67.10. Sorry. I'm not sure if I have allergies or I'm going to come down with something. It just feels weird in my throat, man. It's been weird the last couple days. Anyways, what is happening with Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin sitting at 67.99% of market cap. Yesterday, it it lost very little dominance, actually rejecting the 20 MA, which is good. I want Bitcoin to lose dominance. And you might ask why. If you're a Bitcoin maximalist, you probably won't get it. But the ecosystem is better if it's better divided. Imagine if just one stock in the stock market decided the way the stock market was going to go. It wouldn't be very fair. The ecosystem would be very flawed. And that's what happens here with crypto, right? We have many cryptos, but the only one that decides the way the market's going to move is Bitcoin. So the less dominance it has, the better divided this is, the better cryptos can stand to the market and the market shifts. Now, what's happening today? We're having a little bit of an indecision day. We're having wicks to the top and the bottom, but very small body. We can see that we're sitting a plus 0.07%, right? 0.07% to the upside. From an opening of 67.98, closing at 67.98. So not a lot of movement. 98.99. So again, it's probably on the decimal, the very like 0.00 something that we're moving. So not very much that we're moving here. Anyways, what is happening with the price of Bitcoin? Bitcoin sitting at $9,263.48. Now, we did talk about divergence, right? I did call this one out. I said I wasn't sure if it was going to play out or not. We are seeing this movement to the downside, but again, it could just be that we're flagging. So take it with care. use precaution. I did talk about movements to the downside, where we might go. So if the price drops, you have the top part of the major downsloping channel that I have here. That's this channel I'm just going to highlight right now. This one that has a dot. We can use it as support. We can try to use it as support. If we fail to use it as support, we have 8,983 to look forward to, and we can see that it has been a valid resistance before, which could become a new support, right? Old resistances become new supports. And if we break that, then we probably have the 20 MA to look forward to. That's where we could maybe go to the downside. Now, if it decides to pump, well, we probably have to look for upper head resistance, and I think I have this on this chart over here. And moving to the upside, we do have 9,650 to look forward to. After that, 10,243, etc. And then you can see all these small numbers that I have here on the side. Those are all potential resistances that we might face going up. And we could also start talking about retraces. I'm not going to do that right now, but we could certainly talk about retraces. I do have them already out here, the fibs. And I'm not going to do it because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hold this. The only thing I do like is that we have managed to stay above 9,200, 9,000s, right? But not because of what Tone Base said yesterday, but because it gets us above the 200 simple moving average, and that is a key area that we want to stay above if we want to stay on the bull market or on the bull trend. Now, the thing that worries me is that it could be a fake breakout because we have this bearish divergence developing that could potentially break us down. Sitting bought on the RSI at 66.70, that's as much as I can do on the daily. We're going to move on to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we had divergence, right? We talked about moving to the downside. We did get it. We have not managed to make a new high. We're still losing that positive momentum that we called out yesterday. And sitting bought on the RSI at 64.67. We're not creating divergence on the RSI. We only have it on the... we only have it here on the MACD, right? So this would actually be here. There we go. We wouldn't have it. We wouldn't have it on the RSI. Anyways, that's it for this. I'm gonna move on to the 4 hours because to the 1 hour because there's really nothing else developing on the 4 hours. We just kind of been flagging slightly to the downside, and usually when you flag to downside, it's consolidation pattern, and would mean that we might pump, right? That's why I'm concerned that we might rally, come down, touch the 20 MA, and maybe bounce from there, which could also be potential here on the 4 hours, right? Still to the downside. Or we might rally from around this area, you know, we could just shut up again. But I do believe we might make some negative momentum first before we actually reset a little bit also the RSI. Before we actually try to rally again. Which is what we did back here, right? We did have this very nice run to the upside during January, right? Even January the 18th over here. And then we had this movement to the downside, which really reset the oscillators. We went all the way from overbought to sold. And really just get enough strength there with divergence to really bounce and manage to go higher. Now, this high is obviously much higher than this high, and we do have other positive momentum islands to look forward to. So going from this high to this high, it would make sense. The only thing that we could develop, maybe, and it would be on the other side, would be divergence, and I would need to confirm that 79.22 and what is this at? 79.24. So we're also going slightly higher on the RSI, which would really negate any kind of divergence from this previous high over here or this spike over here. So again, that's the only thing that worries me, right? On the market, though, we have divergence. We could move down. If we lose a 20 MA, it's not going to be the best time. We might start making that negative momentum, and it could really bring us down again. I'm not sure if to this lows, but certainly low, and then maybe try to rally from there. Something else that worries me. Even though it's not defined yet, we could be looking at potential head and shoulders. We do have a shoulder here, right, where I have this point here. You'll see this shoulder here. We're starting to make the head, and if we go down and then bounce a little bit, and then we make that other shoulder, that would be a standard head and shoulders. That would be a bearish pattern, and it would look for a measure move of the neckline to the downside, which might also bring us all the way down here, maybe, and try to rally from there, create divergence, and then pump. Again, that's something that worries me on the market right now. That's stuff that I'm looking out for as the times keeps on developing the chart, right? Let's go to the 1 hour. What's happening? We had divergence, price action to the downside. We did try to rally, right? We did move down, which was fine, and we called this out yesterday. We were around here, to be fair, around 9 p.m. We did try to rally and failed. So that failed rally really broke us down, and then we held the 20 MA. But again, we tried to rally and failed. And now we're moving down. We had contraction of the Bollinger Bands. We didn't get a violent move. There's a chance we might bounce from here. I'm not sure if we're going to get it, though. We have negative momentum starting to develop. or developing still, starting to stagnate on this candle, to be honest. And moving from a low to a lower low with negative momentum to more negative momentum, and a low on the RSI to a lower on the RSI. But if I want to look at the previous island, which would be how we would chart this, the previous island would be this low. Now we'll be going from this low to this new low, which is higher. So I'll just make sure this here on the 1 hour. There we go. And what we were looking for, what is this? 2272, 2330. So yes, we do have this. We're going slightly more negative momentum, even though we're going higher on the RSI, creating that hidden. We're creating that hidden bullish divergence that might mean price continuation. However, this island is still undeveloping, right? It's something we have to watch out for. It could certainly be an area where we can try and rally and run from here again. That's why I was telling you that the market right now is not being as clear to read, because the 1 hour is telling us that we might rally with the hidden bearish, with the hidden bullish. The 4 hours is telling us we have bearish stuff happening, and the 1 hour is telling us we have bearish stuff happening. But we also are developing flags, which could be bullish flags, what we're making. So again, right now we have to watch out more or less what's going to happen on the 1 hour. This is going to be key. If we manage to do a U-turn around this area, right, we might negate this divergence, and we might try to pump higher, and then we might make less positive momentum and really create a strong bearish divergence to really break us down. That is a possibility. Another possibility is that we might make even more negative momentum from here, and that wouldn't be anything weird. We just need to take a drop and maybe bounce at the top part of the downsloping channel on the 1 hour. Try to use it as support and rally from there. But we have lost the 20 MA on the 1 hour, right? Anyway, sitting neutral on the RSI, which is good. We seem to have reset the oscillator at 48.31. And look, it wouldn't be weird for us to come down here a little bit and maybe get down here to the sold levels. We did get all the way over here to oversold from being overbought, right? And right now we just hit overbought again. So it wouldn't be really weird for us to come and hit sold at some point in time, reset, and try to rally. So again, that move to downside is possible. It's just going to depend on whether or not this hidden bullish is going to play out. We'll keep on tracking. This hidden bullish will still develop, and it can still develop while we still go down, right? We can still go down here and still make more negative momentum and still be making a higher low than the previous low and making more negative momentum and really still have that hidden bullish. We would also have it right now on the RSI, and I had missed calling it out. I just placed it out there for you guys to also see. That is very real that we have it, right? And like I said, on the RSI, this could still go lower, right, to here maybe, and this could still go lower to here, and we'll still have that hidden bullish. So again, just watch it. This might have us stagnate around this area for a little bit, and then we might take another drop, or we might start to do a U-turn around this area and try to go for another pump, right? That's going to be it for Bitcoin. Again, I gave you both sides of the coin. If you want to look for bearish signs, I told you which ones there were. If you want to look for bullish signs, I told you which ones there were as well. Again, I'm here to point out what you might not see on the market with the intent that you are well protected and you make informed decisions, because I'm not an advisor. I'm not going to tell you where the market is going to go. You are responsible for your own trades, just as I am responsible for my own trades. I have a good position open on Bitcoin. I am making a little bit, I'm about 1,000 up on Bitcoin, so I'm happy where the market is. Well, I'm not 1,000 up. I am up by whatever this moved, right? So it went from 8,200 when I get in. It's sitting at 9,200. So it's up about 1,000 from when I got in. So that's how much I'm up. Whatever that percentage is right now, I'm not going to look for it. I'm actually worrying about that the playlist is really not playing the song it's supposed to play. There we go. And Spotify ads were coming in because, I'm using the free version of Spotify, which that's fine because I'm still playing anything. Yo, Anonymous, how's it going, man? Just finished using Bitcoin, which has interesting stuff happening, right? We could maybe hold it or bounce and maybe drop. We do have different stuff going on different charts. Again, on the daily, we have divergence. We're moving down. It could be a flag, which could be bullish because it's down sloping. We might pump from there. High on the RSI, sold. So we could still go, bought. We could still go overbought and then break down, or we could break down from here, reset, and then try to pump. That's it on the daily, on the 4 hours. I'm just going to do a really, really quick recap for those who just came in. Here we have divergence, right? Bearish. Potential price action to the downside. Sorry, this one. And we're seeing that break down. But again, impulse up, consolidation. We might try to rally, but we might also come down and touch the 20 MA, even the top part of the downsloping channel, use it as support and try to bounce from there. That is a possibility. We're also seeing bought on the RSI at 64.01. We could also come reset the oscillator and then pump. It wouldn't be weird. We've done it before. We went from overbought all the way to sold from here to here. Here we went all the way to overbought again. So there's no reason why we couldn't come here to sold or neutral and try to pump from there. Again, just keep it in mind, we might also be flagging and try to rally from there. So you just have to watch the market and see what's going to do. If we lose the 20 MA on the 4 hours and we lose it on the daily, mainly on the 4 hours, we really might be looking for more price action to downside. And like I said, we're developing this hidden bullish on the 1 hour. We did lose the 20 MA, but this might give us some stagnation on the here, where we can try to get price continuation, and we're on an uptrend, and that's what we might be looking for. We do have this against the RSI and the MACD, but this could still, like I said, this could still go lower on price and still make a higher low and still make more negative momentum. So it could still go down and still create this divergence that might have us pump. Worst case scenario, 8K strong support. Yeah, we did seem to find some supports around 8K. I wouldn't just say 8K strong support. We did manufacture a lot of support on this area back here on the 1 hour chart when we were going down, like 8,600, which we could face as support. I'll tell you, we could also face support at 8,983, which we have faced as resistance before a couple times, even here, right? We bounced on it a couple times and held it. So it could be some resistance around this area, the top part of the channel here. And then after that, yes, we would have to trace other supports around this area. You can see that we have a lot of support, maybe manufacturer being here and here as well. So 8,400s, 8,600s could be areas of support. And if we drop that, we do have 8,199 that we could also look forward to, right? I'm not too worried right now. I'm really wondering if we're going to hold this and really start to move. If we do go down here, we would negate that hidden bullish. But if we stay here, anywhere above, frankly, anywhere above, where is this opening? 8,952, we would still be making hidden bullish. And we might try to rally from there. So again, like I said, just be careful. Bitcoin is being a little bit weird. We're having tightness on the Bollinger Bands. We could expect a violent move. It seems that we're moving down right now, not enough to expand them. If we move up, we might contract them again and then really hit that explosive move that we're looking for. Sorry, I'm scratching my foot. I got the itch. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this, man. It's good that it's held 9,000 for the last, when did we hit it? The 28th. We're hitting the 29th today. So if we manage to hold above that 200 simple moving average on the daily still, we have better chances of being out of the bear market. But the fact that we're really not rocketing out of it, it's giving me a little bit of concern that we might break down and get below it, and then it's bear market again. So we're on that borderline where a move to the downside could really get us screwed, and a move to the upside would really get us safe. And I guess that's what the market is trying to decide what it wants to do, because we're seeing that indecision happening. Look at all this. Look at all these very, very slight moves, right? Sideways motion. Then we drop a little bit, and then we manage to make it up. And right now we're moving down, like I said. Starting the new 1 hour candle, it's 10 p.m. And look, man, we're trying to start to recover maybe on this divergence that I called out. So again, just watch out for the market. On the 1 hour, we are sitting neutral. So there's a chance we could rally from there. That's it for Bitcoin. I'm going to move on to Ethereum. If you guys have any more questions for Bitcoin, I can revisit after I finish the market, but I also don't want to spend too much time because I just want to move through the coins so I can start tending to you guys' questions, right? So if you have a question while I'm doing a coin, point it out. If you have a question that you would like me to do at the end of the show and I'll already skip that coin, I'll do it after I finish the analysis. So I'm going to go to the daily on Ethereum. We're losing dominance for the fourth day in a row. We're having indecision right now. It's positive, but it looks red. So we lost it for a third day in a row yesterday, so today still physical today for me. Sitting at 0.51% negative, and today slightly moving up 0.03, but we seem to be bouncing a little bit from a move down, sitting at 7.64% of market cap. Price of Ethereum sitting at $173, and on the spot actually, 173.00. Going slightly higher, creating that divergence. We did move down yesterday, or again, we called this out yesterday. We did move down yesterday a little bit, and today we're still trying to move down, but it seems that we've recovered, right? So the bulls coming in and pushing the price a little bit up from the bears, bringing it down, which is nice. We did bounce up that 20 MA as well, and it's probably going to do whatever Bitcoin does. We were up here yesterday. I'm actually just going to adjust to where we're at because we did manage to go lower on that high, and I do believe we're adjusted now to where the market is. I think yesterday when we were doing the analysis, I think we might have been positive or slightly negative or having indecision, but this positive momentum island seems to be short-lived. We're about to negate it and maybe go down, but again, there's chances that we also lose momentum, right, and then start to grow it again. I'm not sure if this is going to be one of those or one of those places we want to consolidate for a little bit before we actually make a move. Like I said, on Bitcoin, we also had a head and shoulders. Here we don't quite have it on the 4 hours. So hunt for that head and shoulders that potentially could be created, and that would mean a price action to the downside. Now I'm going to move on to the 4 hour chart. Sitting bought on the RSI, sorry. at 63.98. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour chart. On the 4 hours, we're up here. Yes, this was the candle that we were doing actually at 6 p.m. We're still going lower, right? And even though we managed to go higher, creating that divergence, right? We were looking for it. We are moving down. We seem to have hit the 20 MA, dip below it. We managed to hold it and close above it. This new 4-hour candle, still not developed, still has 3 hours and 57 minutes to go. And we seem to be holding above that 20 MA. Let's wait and see how this keeps on building. Price action, right? Let's see where we're at. 31. 34, okay. Not yet. But if I want to take this low and say we're going to a higher low and more negative momentum and creating bullish, hidden bullish, we don't have it right now. We're still making a lower, less negative momentum than back here, and we're also going higher. So right now we're good. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 56.08, and really nothing else developing except this divergence on the MACD that we talked about yesterday, and we said it might move us to the downside, and yes, we did get that move. So yeah, if you were here on the show and we were hunting for it, you were warned that this could have happened. So yeah, let's go to the 1 hour because there's really nothing else. So we're here on the show, I do believe, or around here, 9 p.m. Or 10 p.m., somewhere around this area. So we're going higher again, creating divergence. We did call it out, price action to downside. We did below the 20 MA, then we did a little bit lower. I'm not sure if we created divergence, though. I haven't looked at Ethereum chart on the whole day. 31, 29. Are we going lower? No, we're going higher. So we didn't create divergence, but we managed to hold the 20 MA and still managed to move higher, negating the divergence that we have, but creating it on this island. Again, slant divergence creating it, being created within the island, right? That's what we're looking at right now. Just let me make sure this stuff is going to be here on the 1 hour chart. Yes, it is. So again, low, higher, low, high, higher, high, positive momentum, less positive momentum, high on the RSI, low on the RSI. Again, that bearish divergence, strong, breaking us down. And we're carrying it, but just hadn't played that strong, and we managed to pump higher and create it within the same island, and then breaking down, right? So again, this happened after the stream. Sorry, this was, yeah, after the stream, I guess, or during the stream. I'm not sure, man. Maybe we hadn't developed this. No, we hadn't developed this. We were here on the stream. 10 p.m. Here we go. That's where we were. So we're going higher, and we didn't call anything because we were also going higher on the market, moving up with Bitcoin. Again, sorry about that. I misquoted. I did believe we were here because it's very close to the time we do the stream, but it was on the 27th. I just looked at the date. So we weren't calling anything because we were here, and we're starting to make this new movement, right, or this price shift that we managed to pump up after the stream, creating divergence and breaking down. Sorry, guys, I do acknowledge when I miscall something, so at least credit me that. You know, I won't sell you on something that I didn't call or I didn't do. Now, what do we have going on the 1 hour? Going higher, right? Low, higher, low. Negative momentum, more negative momentum. High on the RSI, low on the RSI, creating that hidden bullish divergence. Potential price continuation. That's gonna be it for Ethereum. I'm gonna move on to XRP. Yeah. I'm gonna move on to XRP. What's happening with XRP on the daily? Yesterday, losing dominance, 0.88%. Right now, losing a little bit more, 0.29. Sitting at 4.11% of market cap. I really want XRP to start getting more market dominance, gaining market dominance, but we can't get it to gain. Sitting at 23 cents, 23.328 cents. Again, moving down. We don't have what we had with the rest of the market. In the rest of the market, we're creating a new island, creating divergence. In XRP, we don't have it. High, lower, high, positive momentum, less negative momentum, right? So nothing there. Low, higher, low, negative momentum, more negative momentum. Bounced off the 20 MA today. We rejected lower prices, which is good. But I don't like the fact that we cannot break and hold above 24 cents. It's really not looking good, man. I don't like that. A lot of people will say, well, we're primed for higher prices. Maybe. Your mileage may vary. I do hold XRP, don't get me wrong. I do believe in the project. That's the only hodl I have. And I also are now, I have a position open on Bitcoin. I told you guys that. Something open here. High for now. So what's happening? We're going lower here, right? Low, higher, low. On the other side, we're going lower, creating that bearish divergence. Probably part of the reason that we're breaking down. And I probably missed it yesterday when I was in the stream. I wasn't really looking for this because I was looking at this major high. From here to here, we're going lower, and from here to here, we're going lower, and from here to here, we're going lower. So again, I wasn't really looking for this smaller bounce. I just noticed it right now, so I'm calling it out. And probably part of the reason that we're moving down on the daily, sitting neutral on the RSI at 56.13. Now let's go to the 4 hours. We had divergence, right? What do we do? We managed to go higher, right, on the next 2 4-hour charts candles, and we managed to go lower again. We were looking for that divergence. We talked about price action downside. Yeah, man, and I was XRP. Let's say my position in XRP, it's HODL, but I'm really not. It's part of my experiment, right? I told you guys I have a HODL bag and then I have a trade bag, and I want to see which one performs the best. My HODL bag on XRP is really not being that good. Right? No, it's not that well off right now, right? So I need for this to go higher. Anyways, we created divergence. We were talking about it here yesterday. We were here during the live stream, the 18-hour candles, 9 p.m. We did manage to go higher again and create that divergence, right? And then really broke down from there. So again, you were kind of warned that this could have happened. We were looking at it, broke below the 20 MA on the 4 hour, not the best. We're facing it as resistance right now and can't really break above it. Also want to see how this keeps on building up. Again, low, higher, low, negative momentum, more, less negative momentum, low on the RSI, high on the RSI. Nothing there. Sitting neutral on the RSI, 52.34. Let's go to the 1 hour. This is from the daily. This is from the daily also. Don't be fooled. Sometimes stuff doesn't stay where it's supposed to. We're creating divergence. We were calling price action to the downside. This was at 6 p.m. because we were doing the stream here at 9. And then we did manage to go up just like the rest of the market did by around midnight. And on the RSI, we could have gone from here to here, right? And that would have been fine. Again, creating that divergence. We don't have it on the MACD. We would have it within the island. So if I wanted to do this in 2 parts, I would do on the RSI would go here, which would be a line from here to here, right? One straight line. And then on the MACD, I do have it within a smaller island from here to here, right? Creating that bearish divergence and really bring it down from that below that 20 MA. Trying to recover a little bit. Let's see this. 69, dudes. 68. All right, cool. So in theory, lower low. And this is just very, very looking at this literal, right? This is 0.69, 0.00069 negative. This 0.00068 negative. So of course you're going slightly in, right? So lower low with less negative momentum. Bullish divergence, strong bullish divergence. Part of the reason that we're starting to pump. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be. We have to face a 20 MA. We have to break above it to really start looking for higher prices. But right now, our immediate resistance will be the 20 MA, which would also be congruent with a lot of price shock that we got here on this area. That's it for XRP. I'm going to move on to Litecoin. 7 people tuned in. Thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what we do, hit that bell, that sub to be notified when we go live. It really means a lot to me that you guys show up on a Wednesday night to look at the market with me. I hope you're having fun. I am having a blast with you guys. Feel free to put comments on the chat. This is a live stream, so you can engage with me. And you can give me your opinion, right? And it's not right or wrong. We can just discuss whatever you believe is going to happen in the market. You might have a different point of view. You might notice something I'm not looking at. And we could certainly talk from there, right? Anyways, I'm going to play this other track right now. And let me know if you guys want something else. Anyways, Litecoin dominance on the daily. Yesterday it lost dominance. 0.54% right now, losing dominance still 0.49, sitting at 1.53% of market cap. Now the price of Litecoin $59.57. I think yesterday we were at $60. Yeah, $60. Today we still managed to go down, and like I told you guys, look, we moved down and the bull's trying to push back up, right? We were creating divergence. We were up here. We did manage to move slightly lower. Now we have to look at what we're making, because I need to remove this and then check this out much closer. Yeah, we did move down, so we negated this. And if you remember, I told you any movement to the downside will negate it and we won't have it. Yes, that's just precisely what happened. We don't have it. We're moving down because the rest of the market is moving down. That's what's happening here. We're not going higher. We're going lower. Negative momentum. Looking a little bit like XRP right now, right? No positive momentum. Islands were made, and also lower on the RSI. Sitting bought at 63.21. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. All right, cool. So on the 4-hour chart, again, we managed to go slightly higher, just like the rest of the market, right? Moving over to here, moving this over to here, not changing what we called, But again, like I said, when stuff is developing, we got to keep on tracking it so we know where it stops. We created that bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence, price continuation. Strong bearish divergence, probably potential price action to the downside, not price continuation. So we did move down. Seems that we're holding the 20 MA. We did break below it, got back above it, and right now we're trying to stay above it. So if we manage to stay above it, we might try to rally. It could be an area where we bounce from the 20 MA. So again, watch out for that. Sitting neutral on the RSI on the 4 hours at 55.31. So again, lots of room to run to the upside. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Sorry, I was looking for something bearish. Let's see this. 17, 15, less. So I was gonna say low, higher low, negative momentum, more negative momentum, but it's not. We're making less negative momentum. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we're creating divergence. We went slightly higher still to here, and that's fine. We would just have gone from here to here, right, on the RSI, but it doesn't matter. We were creating it to here, that's fine. The idea is still the same. We're creating strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We are moving down, broke below that 20 MA, rejected it once, trying to really pull a rally here and try to get higher. I'm not sure if we're going to get it or not. Now, low, higher low, negative momentum, less negative momentum. Low on the RSI, lower on the RSI. It's okay. From here to here, we're going higher, and on the RSI, we're going lower. Creating that hidden. Sorry, this is the 1 hour. I don't want it on the daily. Just let me get rid of this on the daily. Creating that hidden bullish divergence, potential price continuation. Probably part of the reason that we're trying to go higher. Now low, lower low on this more immediate, and I want to look at this island. 19, 22. So we also went lower on that negative momentum. So we're congruent in this area. We just had that hidden bullish on the RSI. Now that's it for Litecoin. I'm going to move on to Binance. And if you guys want me to look at stuff, now's the time when you start putting your coins on the chat, because that way I don't have to wait for some time to happen while I tell you guys to look for coins, and then you put them out, and then we have this awkward silence, right? Which we rarely do because I talk too much, I guess. But that's fine. What is happening? We're moving down in the market, 0.31%. Right now, moving down still 0.48, sitting at 1.11% of market cap. Price of Binance, $17.81. Again, we're going to a higher high. We did manage to get there still, I believe. Got to zoom in a little bit more. Let's see this. Yes, very slightly higher. And going lower, definitely. And creating that bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside. We're moving down. Nothing to worry about. Again, we haven't moved strongly down, which is good. But it seems like we're really heading towards that 20 MA, and we'll see if we hold it. On the negative momentum, right? Let's see. 228, 218. So we're still making less negative momentum. So nothing happening on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hours. High, higher high. This is from the 1 hour. And here we're going to this new high from this old high, right? Again, going lower and creating that divergence that we're looking for. This from the 1 hour, sorry. And really breaking down from there. Starting to make negative momentum, that's fine. Now, we didn't create anything on the RSI, right? We're going from a low to a high, that's fine. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 53.45. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour chart, we had divergence here. We were looking for it, right? More or less a little bit higher. I do believe we were slightly lower. It was, there we go. This was 67.38 and 67.92. So it's very slightly lower here. Again, looking for this divergence. What happened? We did manage to go higher. Also here we did manage to go higher. So we kind of killed it. We don't quite have it. Now here 471, 480. So we also went higher here on the RSI as we were developing this island. From the previous island, low, high, low on the island, high on the island, low on the RSI, high on the RSI. We don't have divergence that break us down. We broke down because the market is moving down. Probably that's the main reason. Bitcoin moved down. The rest of the market moved down with it. Again, below that 20 MA, try to hold it, try to get above it, but struggled a lot to get above it, right? Look at all these touches that we have. The more we touch it and the more we fail, the more likely we are to break to the downside. And a lot of people will tell you, yes, the more we touch it and the more we fail, the more we are to break it to the upside. And it just depends on how much supply is there and how much the market's really tolerating that price. If you have an infinite amount of supply here, you're never going to get above this line. Now, if you don't have that much supply or you lose buying power, you move down, right? That's what happens. So really, you just see the struggle that's going on at this area. And probably there weren't enough buyers that were willing to keep the price at this area. So, of course, the sellers took off. So the bears brought the price down, right? That's what happened. So low, higher low, just like with the rest of the market, right? Now, this is very similar across the charts on the 1 hour. We've done this for a lot of the coins, so don't be surprised. So negative momentum, more negative momentum. High on the RSI, low on the RSI. Creating that hidden bullish, potential price continuation. Probably part of the reason that we're starting to rally on the 1 hour. Still yet to be seen if we're going to get above that 20 simple moving average. That's it for Binance. Now, guys, if you have any questions, please, or any coins, put them out in the chat. I'll go back and look at Bitcoin meanwhile. You guys come with something else for me to look at. And see that Bitcoin is hitting that 20 MA, man. We talked about it. We weren't up there yet because it's opened at 10 hours. And we started the stream here. And when we were open, we were here. Of course, or when we were finishing Bitcoin, we were here. And I told you guys we might have these play out and try to rally. And it seems that we are rallying. We did try to get above that 20 MA and we rejected. We're still struggling right now to get above it. And how do I know that? Well, we do have a spike here that is very, very slightly higher above that 20 MA. And like I said, there's a chance we might try to rally. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be. It's going to depend on whether or not we can get above that 20 MA. If we do, we could look to higher prices or try to get higher prices. But something that I told you guys is if we go higher, we're probably going to make less positive momentum and create strong bearish divergence and then break down from there. So again, that is a possibility. It's very real. Yeah, that's it. Do you guys have something that you want to talk about, right? Otherwise, we'll just finish the stream, dude. It's been a very, very long day. We've been live for almost 40 minutes. And like I told you guys, this week has been stupidly heavy at work. Part of the reason that I've just been doing technicals because I haven't been getting to the office, working like crazy nonstop, and really getting out really late. And I have to rush back home just to do the technicals because I don't have time to look at the news right now. But when I have time to look at the news like I did yesterday, I do try to put them out. Today is not one of those days. Anyways, if you guys like what we do, you know what to do, right? You hit that like, that bell, that sub to be notified when we go live. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. This is Instead of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin, and the music is very, very loud. There we go. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys today on a Wednesday night. I'm probably going to, as soon as I finish this, I'm not even going to upload anywhere. Maybe just Cinnamon and, where else do I upload? Cinnamon, Libri, Coil, and Steam it, and that's it. After that, I'm just going to go and crash, guys. I'm super, super tired right now. Like I said, it's been just stupidly heavy and waking up early and finishing work very late. And after the stream, I still go do stuff from the office that I have pending. But right now, I do want to catch some C's. It's been great being here. I hope I can see you tomorrow for another edition of the State of Crypto. Anonymous, thank you for being here. You're the only one that say hi today. So thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. I know you usually throw me stocks to look at or stuff that has been gapping up or down. Today, unfortunately, it's just not going to be a day that I'm going to be able to look at stuff, man. If you come tomorrow, I'm probably going to be a little bit more rested and really have a little more energy. I still haven't had dinner yet, so I'm also starving. But I hope you guys have a great time. That's going to be all. Like I said, I hope I can catch you tomorrow for another edition of the State of Crypto. And have a great night, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday night. I'm off. Before I actually really sign off, I just forgot to tell you, Anonymous, if you're still here with us, man, the pharma stocks that you told me did manage to go down. Remember how I told you that Impulse Up had to get some pullback? Some of those pharma stocks did get pullbacks. I think I still have some of these open, and they have moved up again. But when we looked at them a couple days ago, you won't be able to see them. But let's say some of them gap down or pull back strongly, right? Particularly Cleveland Biolabs, right? It has 2 days of going down. So if you bought at the top at $4, it's sitting at $2.23. Just remember that. Look at those same stocks. Remember we said gapped up. Be careful. There's a chance that might run up still, but really a lot of chance that they could come down. I'll just throw this out real quick so you can see it real quick. Yeah, no worries, man. I was already signed off. I just came back real quick to show you this. All the stocks that you told me to look at, gap down. Look at this, move down. Look at this, strong move down. Look at this, move down. Trying to redo some, but still move down. Gap down and recovered a little bit. But all of them seem to have gap down and not really made that nice recovery. But again, part of the reason, right? Coronavirus, it's all going crazy. But again, that's it, guys. Like I said, I'm off for today. Super heavy days at the office, but I'll be tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Anonymous, if you want to join us tomorrow, man, and you have some stuff that you want me to look at, I'll definitely look at it tomorrow. It's just been super hectic this week, man. I just got out of the office and run here to the stream, and I still have to finish some work stuff, so I really gotta get off, man. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it, and that's gonna be it. Now I'm signing off for reals. Thanks. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition.